For more than 2,000 years, Brindisi has been one of the safest harbours for the sailors of the Mediterranean. The city and the port history, in fact, coincide. During the Roman Empire, through the Middle Ages, as in most recent Indian suitcase times, both passengers and goods used Brindisi as an incoming and outgoing port for the fascinating routes heading east. The port of Brindisi is a natural one and can be divided into three areas: inner port, the middle port, and the exterior port. The exterior port, 3 million square meters, is dedicated to industrial activities and to the disembarking of raw materials. The breakwater of Punta Riso, with a quay more than 1 kilometer long, will allow docking for lightening operations, thanks to a 16 to 18 meter sea bottom. The middle port is the commercial port. Costa Morena Terminal has 1,200 meters of quays, 14 meters sea bottom, and 300,000 square meters of yards. The east side of Costa Morena, dedicated to coal ships, hosts 2 quays of 500 meters each, while the head one is used to dock container carriers. The west area of Costa Morena is dedicated to bulk food, both solid and liquid, and to the gas terminal. 2 distinct areas are dedicated to the Schengen and extra Schengen terminals. Up to 5 ro-ro ships can be moored at Punta delle Terrare, where there is also a comfortable passenger terminal for Schengen traffic, while a new ferry terminal with services and control structures for extra Schengen traffic is now being designed. In the middle port is located the Wind Stadium, a sea amphitheatre for the Formula match race. The port of Brindisi has an industrial vocation for chemical and petrochemical companies and for energy compartment. Nevertheless, its growth is also due to the development of commercial and tourist areas, a multi-purpose port where different kinds of goods are handled: food farming, mostly cereals, and vegetal oils. The development of trade, products from the southeast Mediterranean travelling to the countries of the European Union, is being boosted thanks to the work of the border inspection checkpoint. Brindisi is a strategic hub for traffic between Europe and the East, involved by the EC in the Corridor 7 for the routes to the Balkans. A number of projects granted by the European Union, developed under the IREG 3A Greece-Italy 2000 to 2006 programs, have created a high-tech network that links the port of Brindisi with those in Albania and Greece, making the flow of freight and passengers easier and more secure. The inner port, over 700,000 square meters, 11 docks, 2 kilometers of quays, can accommodate simultaneously up to 8 ro-ro ships. During summer, it is the base for seaplane companies carrying out a daily air service to Greece, Albania, and Montenegro. Inside the inner port is an extra Schengen area for the RoPax trade with Albania. Adrian is an interactive system devoted to informing passengers through panels, electrical kiosks, and other modern technologies about flights, trains, ships. Secure Sea is a system dedicated to the monitoring of maritime traffic in the inner port by using a micro-radar system, infrared cameras, and weather stations. Sekins is a centralized check-in system for passengers and vehicles that will allow the forecast of the flow of traffic and organize services in a quick and functional way. Other projects are being implemented in order to enhance port security, in particular the video surveillance of toll lanes and port areas and monitoring of cabotage. The success of the port is not only due to the new technologies. The Port Authority, local authorities, private companies and workers share a pact for the development that will make the port of Brindisi even more competitive. The Coast Guard, Guardia di Finanza, in charge of border control and investigating fraud, Port Police and Carabinieri, Fire Department and Customs support the activities of the port with their valuable work to ensure fair trading, protecting the security of persons and goods transiting the port. The Port Authority aims for a high-quality standard, which combines efficiency of the performance, continuous professional training, environmental protection, safety and security management. The quayside is linked efficiently to the national motorway and railway network, thanks to highways leading to the nodes of Bari and Taranto, avoiding urban areas with vehicle and truck traffic. Brindisi has another important resource, the modern, comfortable and functional airport Papola Casale, a few minutes away from the town, heart of the air transportation in the Ionico-Salentine area. From here, you can take a plane heading to the main Italian and European destinations. The large areas close to the port, public and private investments, the cooperation for the works planning amongst local authorities are the foundations to create a logistics platform, which includes intermodal centres, hubs, road and rail connections. The new economic initiatives will be based on high specialised companies, providing 24-hour nautical technical services on the excellence of the traditional shipbuilding and on the human, historical and cultural heritage. Brindisi is the gateway to a land full of history and culture, which is an ideal passenger port thanks to the food and wine, to the traditional hospitality of its people, to its 1,000-year history, ideal for a stopover attraction for cruisers and for international ship owners looking for new and evocative routes. The essence of a natural port facilitates the development of nautical activities with the construction of a marina for boats and in particular for mega yachts. Located in the inner port, just in front of the columns of the Via Appia, has always represented a safe landing point for sea lovers of all times. The port is a sign of continuity, going beyond mere symbols. Salento is a land full of enchanted landscapes that will transform your stay into an unforgettable experience. Secular olive trees reaching the seaside, gorgeous farmhouses, trulli, typical houses of the close Valle dell'Itria, marine reserves, Torre Guaceto, and crystal clear waters, architectural and artistic wonders, castles, palaces, and monasteries. Here, nature has shaped the coast. History has handed down culture and knowledge. Work has included Brindisi in the routes of sailors of all times. Here, past and present intelligences come together in a project that looks to the future, made up of trade in goods and know-how, but also of a constant comparison of human and culture that goes beyond the shores of the Mare Nostrum. The recent expansion of the Port District, covering an area of 13 kilometers along the coast, sets the new lines of the port development. The two berths of the North Pier will be dedicated to oil and gas tankers for products used in industrial and coastal deposits, whose enlargement is being drafted at the moment. The breakwater of Punta Riso, 3 kilometers long, once the quay of 1 kilometer is built, will guarantee, as said, the lightning operations and the docking of large vessels, both for the purpose of cargo and passengers. Brindisi will have a huge container terminal with an area of 1.5 million square meters, 2.5 kilometers of quays, an 18-meter sea bottom that will allow the handling of 3 million tons per year. The future energy harbour of Serrano will consist of 2 piers of 2 kilometers each and a large breakwater. The South Pier will be able to moor up to 3 coal carriers of 80,000 tons each. Brindisi is the port of welcoming, innovation, and new ideas.